What's up guys, it is Grant bringing you another video, and this is technically the 4th update, but due to like shipping delays, stuff like that, it's actually not the 4th day. It's been a few days, but I'm just gonna go with it, and go ahead and call it the 4th day update. So the new CPU fan has arrived, so I'm gonna do unboxing of that, and then we're going to get this old one out of here. That's already listed on eBay. If anyone wants to buy it, just comment, I'll give you the link. It's like 40 bucks. I think that's a good enough price. But yeah, we're gonna install the new one on the CPU today, and then we're gonna close up the back. I do have a SATA cable splitter, which I need to activate more of the lights, because all the fans and power strips I have do use a lot, and this power supply doesn't have that many. So I'll get that in the future, as well as like graphics card, SSD. Obviously still have a lot more to get, but the computer's complete enough after I install this, where I could put it back together and use it like daily for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I got the Deepcool Captain 240EX in white. Here it is. This will look awesome in the build. Here's the CPU cooling block. This part right here lights up and pulses in white, which is going to look really cool. And I believe this is like semi-clear, so you can see the liquid going through it, which is going to look awesome. And I don't know, like a lot of people don't like this one just because of the huge block, but I think it looks cool, like protruding out from the CPU. And comes with pre-applied thermal paste underneath the plastic, and then all these parts and the fans. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the fans, because I could either put these fans on the back side of the radiator and then have them in addition, so I could have like push-pull fans, if you know what that means. I could use the fans I have now to push air in, and then this will pull it out. So I don't know if I have enough places to plug these fans into where I can make them match the speed, and I don't know if their speeds aren't matched, if that would mess them up or whatever. So I still have to figure out what to do with that, what to do about that, and then I don't know, if that doesn't work, I could just use the fans I have now, and I guess either sell these or keep these for later, but I won't have much use for them if I don't use them, obviously. So there's nowhere else in the case I could put them, so I'd most likely sell them. But I'll see if I can try to figure that out. It does come with a fan hub right here, so I don't know, maybe I could plug those two fans in there as well, but I don't know if that would mess up like their controls and stuff like that. So I'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna go ahead and open the stuff up and install it, and I'll be right back. But first I have to take off this stuff. Got my screwdriver. I'm gonna not record this because it's gonna be impossible to unscrew this radiator while recording. Alright, so it took a while, but I got this fan off, or this old radiator off. I got the bracket set up to mount this onto, and now I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. I'd always planned on putting it like, I'm gonna try to guide this in here with one hand. I'd always planned on putting it like right here, but I don't know, I think maybe the top might look good too, because I also want these lights to like light up the case, the ones that are on the fan, and I feel like this one taking up two in the front might not, like, I don't know. Actually, probably because it might cover too much of the light, but I mean, you do have these two above, like shining down on the parts, so I think covering that would actually be worse. So I think I'm gonna end up putting it here. Lower, maybe? No, probably up here. So I'll be back. Alright guys, so I've decided I am going to use these fans as well. So it's like more of a push-pull system. This fan will pull air in from the outside, cool air from the outside, and this will shoot out the hot air. The only problem is these fans, I would want them all, like the CPU fans, to spin based on the CPU's temperature, but I don't think I can really do that based on like the connectors I have. Like this comes with a hub. I don't know where that went, but there's a hub for the two fans that go here. But I feel like if I put these fans in that hub and then into the CPU, like these, I won't be able to control these anymore. And I want all the lighting to look nice. So I think I might just put all the fans to spin at like the CPU temperature. So I guess I'll put like all the what's it called, Corsair fans in the CPU header, and then the CPU optional header, I guess I'll put the other two in. Hopefully that will work and they'll spin at the same temperature. And then I guess this goes in the IO pump thing, even though it says CPU fan in the manual, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna hook up a monitor and try some things out before I make it official, but I think that's what I'm gonna do for now. Alright guys, so I have it on. I've got everything set up. I put the fan hub here. I'm sticking with the push-pull system. I got all the fans screwed in. I kind of had to take this USB thingy right here out to, this I think services the USB ports in the front, but I had to take it out of the side socket so that I could screw this in, and then putting it in, I like really fricked up a pin. So like, I don't know, I kind of tried to fix that, but I don't think that can be undone. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but thankfully there's this port, this USB whatever port, there's the exact same one on the bottom, so it looks much worse on the bottom, and then I have this cable like running across, which I think looks awful, but I'll see what I can do about that when I cable manage. And for now, like, the motherboard's still obviously fine because I can't hook up another one of these things anyway. And I'm going to see if I can get an adapter to make this go into this, so then I don't have this big ugly thing here. And then eventually I'm going to unscrew the motherboard and run this cable back behind the motherboard and up through, just so I don't have this running across, because I really hate the way that looks. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to turn on the computer right now. Like I said, I had some confusion with the fans. Like, I wanted these ones to spin at the same speeds, but I think I'm going to have them all spin at the same speed. But it's not going to be like too loud because I literally have 4 fans on a 240 millimeter radiator. So like, the CPU is not going to get that hot anyway, especially with this thing. It has like built-in thermal paste and all that stuff. So it should keep pretty cool, and the fans shouldn't have to run at like super high speeds that often. And then another thing I noticed is this looks really ugly, and I got a coupon obviously for the cable mod store with my motherboard, so I'm going to replace this with white cables, and then when I get my graphics card I won't have the ugly blue cable coming out too. That'll be white, and then this up here will be white. And then I just remembered I'm gonna have a graphics card here, and then I'm going to get since this only has 5 USB ports, I'm gonna get a USB card, which is just like a little card that plugs into PCIe port right here. Just take out one of these and it'll just go here. And then I think if I get a nice looking one, that can also cover this pretty well. So yeah, that's what I'll do after I get the money. And for now, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna turn on the PC and make sure like the way I hooked up the fans works, and if this port and everything's working, and then I'm gonna see what temperatures I get with the new system, or if I should rewrite the fans and stuff like that. So I'll see you after that. Alright, so I sort of finished, and I'm putting the panels back on just so it can be done for now. Cable management is completely awful. In fact, this thing like barely fits on. I just kind of stuffed everything in there, but I'm not gonna bother to like completely do it because chances are I'm getting a new power supply within like the next month for this computer, and I still have to add the graphics card and a bunch of other stuff, and possibly I might get a different motherboard if the pins I didn't mess up, because I really don't think I messed up the pins on this one, so it could have been like returned like that. I remember when I opened the box, like the contents were in like not how they should have been, like it was a return or something like that, so the pins were probably messed up. So for now obviously it'll work great, but there's no point in like completely making it exactly how I want right now, just to have to undo it when the new power supply comes or whenever new parts come. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna put it on the side panel, or actually I'll probably start it up real quick and then I'll put it on the side panel. So I now have the CPU cooler installed, and as you can see, it looks amazing. It's got like this pulsing white light in the back. It had the thermal paste, the one that was already on it, works great. I hooked up these fans as well as my other fans, so I have like a push-pull system going on. These fans work, the hub works, and I have those going into the secondary CPU fan slot up there. And so I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know, play some games and stuff like that, see if I can get the CPU hot. I don't know if it'll even get hot with this setup right here, but we'll see how it does. Alright, so I just turned it on over here. Before I move it to like my setup place, I'll show you over here, which is a complete mess of just like cords and cables, my monitors, and like stuff I want to sell and get rid of. So I have to completely clean that off before I can put the computer there and then do like a temporary setup until I start to work on the PC again. But I got everything here is working correctly. The liquid ran through once and now it's like steady. And then as you can see, this thing looks amazing. It's got like that pulsing just white light going through the back, and the white like reflects all the RGB off of it, so that looks awesome. And then this is working well as far as I can tell. It feels like very cold air is coming out of here, so it's doing its job. And now I'm going to put the panel on and then put it over my setup and get my setup set up. Alright, before I clean up the setup and bring it over there, I just want to show you guys how sick it looks with the glass panels on. It like tints it all, so it looks like completely different. It looks amazing. And then one thing I did notice is that this isn't lit up, but neither is this, and those are two separate SATA cables, so like one's not hooked together or whatever. But I'm just gonna wait till I get the new power supply, honestly, before I have to deal with that, because that's like actually top of my list right now, just because I don't want this nice of a computer running on like a really bad power supply. Like I said, this thing is probably like worth 20 bucks from China. Doesn't even have a brand on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that as soon as possible, and then after that I'll do the cable management, or I might just wait. Hopefully I can get that pretty soon, or I might just wait and like get them all at the same time. So hopefully that could be pretty soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move it over to there. Alright guys, it's been a long day, but it's finally done. Obviously done for now, that is. Still need graphics card, SSD, new power supply, stuff like that, as I stated before. But we have the setup set up. This is just like temporary as well. I'm gonna do stuff down here. But here you got the 29-inch with the 27-inch on top next to the computer. I'll just zoom back or walk back so you can see like the setup. And then I still have a big mess to clean up, which I'll probably do tonight. But yeah, thank you if you watched till the end. Thank you for keeping up with all the other updates. I'm gonna make an update in the future. What I'm thinking, actually, I have this idea, is I'm just gonna buy like someone's used custom PC on eBay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out the graphics card. So I'm going to buy one that has a good graphics card, one that I want. I'm going to take out the graphics card, take out the power supply, and make sure it has the SSD, and then take all those things for myself, and then just scrap the rest of the computer and part it out on eBay. So hopefully that works. I'm going to start looking tonight after this video. But yeah, like I said, thank you for keeping up with the updates. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And future videos coming soon on the PC build. This is not done yet, remember that. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.